Yeah, it's brother, producer motivation. I'm on my morning run. I'm gonna deal with a particular subject today that's gonna have to allow me to slow it down. I know you want your motivation in the morning. Maybe you're not listening to this in the morning. But today's motivation is don't get fat. Don't get fat. And this is a mental issue. Don't get fat. Now, I'm not body shaming. I'm not talking about anybody's physique. I'm not talking about anybody's life. I'm asking you to deal this morning. Deal with not getting fat. Don't get fat. Now you might say, bro, love, what do you mean don't get fat? I work out every day. You know what I'm saying? I hit the gym. I got gains. You might say, bro, love, I'm not fat. I watch my meal. I'm counting my carbs and my calories. I'm doing what it takes. My output is more than my input. What do you mean, bro, love? Don't get fat. I'm not fat. Are you fat with ideas? Are you a glutton when it comes to other people's mentalities and goals? And you say, oh, I could do better than that. Oh, I got this idea. Well, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And you sit on it. See, one thing about you producers, and I'm talking to myself as well, one thing about you producers is you like to sit down in front of the computer. And some of you guys do need that fat talk. Some of you guys are eating too many plates. Some of you guys can't say no to the fork. Some of you guys are doing arm curls with the fork. And you're substituting that with arm curls with the hand weights. Come on now. You're using a shake weight instead of a real weight. Come on now, somebody. Y'all know what I mean when I say shake weight. Let's deal with it. Let's deal. Fat with ideas. You got 20 goals in a month and you complete 0. You're fat. You got 50 goals in a quarter, in a 6-month time span, and you don't complete any. Your intake is more than your output. You're getting fat. Let's deal with your mentality. Let's deal with your mind. What's going on? Deal with yourself. Sit down, turn the computer off. Turn the DAW off. You got an instrumental that you meant to complete from 6 months ago. Why is your instrumental not done? All I got to do is put the tag on it and render it. All you need to do is put the tag on it and it's been sitting for 6 months, a year. What are you going to do about this weight you are carrying around mentally? It's blocking your focus. You can't run while you're sitting down at the dinner table. Meanwhile, while you're sitting at the table, I'm over here in the gym. Meanwhile, while you're sitting at the table, your little cousin, who's younger than you, just made 15 beats in a day. You're getting fat. Deal this morning. Deal. Why are you not dealing? Get to the core. Why am I not dealing? What's wrong? What's the matter? What's the problem? Why am I getting fat? Because it's not because I can't say no to the plate. At this point, could have said no to the plate a long time, but I just keep eating. I keep taking in these ideas. I keep starting and not finishing. Goals are not being completed. So I got all this stuff I'm carrying around. You need to work out mentally. You got to deal. You got to work out today. You got to get up from the table. You need to write down these goals that you haven't completed, and you need to figure out, is this trash? Do I need to throw this in the garbage can? Does it have maggots? Does it have worms? Have flies been laying eggs in this? Is it no good? One thing, if you know about Bible stories, the children of Israel, the Jewish people trapped in the desert. They cried out to God. They said, God, we need food. They went to Moses, the patriarch. They said, Moses, we ain't got no water. We ain't got no food. In the middle of a desert, God provided bread for those people from the sky. It's called manna. Look for your manna today. Look for your manna. You might say, brother, I don't believe in Bible fairy tale stories. That stuff's not real. Well, let me give you a little piece of that story, and then I'm going to be done. One thing about manna, the bread of heaven, the ideas from God, the things that you get from God, they got a timer on them. Some have a longer timer than others. Some expire. Manna is only good for one day, and the Friday manna is only good for the rest of the weekend. I want you to get this through to your head. Once that manna expires, it turns to worms. How many of y'all got a plate full of worms and you're eating worms? How many of y'all are trying to make do with old ideas that have expired? Deal with yourself today. Because if you're eating worms, something's wrong. Let's deal. Let's deal. Let's deal. You want to deal with yourself today? You want to deal with your fat problem? Do you want to deal with your fat problem? Ask yourself that question. Are you buying equipment, piece after piece after piece? Yo, all I got to do is get that new. All I got to, hey, yeah, this is what we got over here. Yeah, we fat. Look at what we got. How many of you? You got to have that new rolling piece. You got to have that new emu piece. Come on. How many of y'all need that new AKAI piece? If you just could get to that new piece. How many new pieces have you bought? And you haven't picked up the manual. You are getting fat. You're getting fat. Deal with yourself today. Come on. How many of y'all getting fat? How many of y'all getting fat? Are you getting fat today? You that's listening to this. Are you getting fat? Have you gotten fat? Are you overweight? Are you obese? Are you a shut-in? You've gotten so big you can't even fit out of your door. You've gotten so big you can't even stand up. You've gotten so fat that people need to bring you your meals and your books. And you go on peatpod.com and you have somebody to leave the food at the doorstep. You need to have a relative to come and pick the food up and bring it into you. And their eyes tear up because they don't know how much longer you have before your heart is overridden with the fat. Your blood gets too thick with grease because you don't like stuff that's good for you. You like to eat the stuff that's tasty. You can't deal. You don't want to get a Yamaha sampler. No, you got to have an AKAI sampler. Nothing wrong with AKAI. Nothing wrong with Yamaha. But come on, let's deal. Let's deal. You don't want broccoli. You're hungry, but you won't eat celery. You're not really hungry. You're a glutton. You've gotten too fat. And it can't just be lean pork. You got to have the pork with the fat on it with the barbecue sauce and ranch. Come on. Come on. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me. Are you in your lazy boy chair and you've gotten so fat that you can't move? And they got to come and put a tube in your arm, and feed you with a tube down your throat. Do they have to pump liquids through the vein in your arm because you won't drink water, which is the most vital resource? Have you gotten fat? Deal. You better deal with yourself. How, brother? How, brother? How? I'm too fat, brother. I can't get up. I've been sitting at the DAW for 1 year and I can't complete a project. I got 10 projects that need one piece. I'm fat, brother. Help me. Help me. I can't get up, brother. Please, I don't know what to do. I got 20 projects and I don't know how to finish, brother. Brother, please help me. I keep hitting this emergency life call button and nobody will show up. Brother, what do I do? Please help me, brother. I don't know what to do, brother. Help me, please. You got to deal. Deal with your mentality. Write down your goals. First thing you got to do is stop being ashamed of yourself. Turn that thing around. I am, and speak who you are. Say it out loud. You know who you are. You know what you can do. Nobody can tell you what you are. You can't let the other voices in your mentality tell you who you are. People tell you, you ain't this, you ain't that. Get up. Show them what you are. Show them who you are. Show them what you can do. Change it. Change it. Push away from the table. Push away from the plate. Write down the goals. And here's the most important piece about getting fat. Getting too fat where you can't get up and being a freaking mess. You're a blob. 600, 800, 1,200, 2,000 pounds, 25. You hit the Guinness Book of World Records of largest overweight people of all time. Let me tell you something. I'm not knocking anybody that hits that Guinness Book. I mean, it's a goal, okay? I'm not knocking that. But let me tell you something. This is the number one thing that's going to help you overcome. Wisdom. Educate yourself on what it's going to take for you to get your respiratory situation in order. Get your cardio up. And your cardio might be reading your manuals. Your cardio might be sitting down and watching some tutorials on how to complete, how to be a finisher. Your opposition is in the mentality, in the way that you perceive yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? And educate yourself on how to become a better yourself. I know that's improper English. Sometimes I do it to get the point across, but you need to understand that you have to become a better yourself by wisdom and educating yourself on how to become a better yourself. You. A lot of us have a you gun and we're committing suicide with the one bullet. Me. Don't get it twisted. Becoming a better you is not becoming conceited. Becoming a better you is not saying I'm better than everybody else. Becoming a better you is not being better than another person. Like I said in yesterday's, you got to become better than you, and you got to beat your own mentality. And the way that you get that done today is dealing with wisdom. Sit down, figure it out. Don't sit there and get fat on ignorance. People are getting fat on being unfinishers. Finish your educational goal. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your seed. And when I say your seed, your lineage, your children, your little cousins, your little nieces, your little nephews. You owe it to them to educate yourself so that you have something to pass down in legacy. Forget money. Money don't mean nothing if you ain't got no character. You can't pass down character, You can't pass down character. If you fat, I guarantee, guess who's gonna be fat? If you don't educate yourself on the things that it takes, guess what you have to pass down to your legacy when it comes to not being fat? Zero, goose egg, nothing, zip, zilch, nada, nunca. You'll never get it done if you stay right where you're at. I'm telling you, deal with wisdom today. Wisdom is right there in the middle of the street. Wisdom is knocking on your door. Wisdom is right there, sitting here, whispering to you, talking to you, yelling at you. And you got your finger in your ear, sitting at the dinner plate, sitting at the DAW, at the Guitar Center. You got a fat pocket. La la la, la 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 la, la la la. Wisdom, I can't hear you. Deal with wisdom today. Stop being a glutton. Stop being fat. Stop getting fat. Stop encouraging other people to get fat. Look at us. Look what we got. Look what we doing over here. Look at this. I'm big. I'm fat. I got too much. Deal with wisdom today. Wisdom is going to tell you. First thing you got to do is put on your pride. You ain't doing nothing. What you doing? So what? So what? You got a 7-course meal. So what? So what? You got Pro Tools and then you got the new Waves Diamond Bundle. You haven't educated yourself on how to make a banger. You ain't put the time in. You don't know what a decent kick frequency sounds like, huh? You don't know how to make that snare pop. The beat sounds weak. You didn't EQ the low end of that kick. Deal with yourself this morning. Set them goals and knock them down. Knock them goals down. Look, what does it take? What does a lean person look like, huh? Some of y'all need to ask yourselves, what does a millionaire look like, huh? Is he got a suit on? Is he fat, huh? Is he big? Is he swole? Does he got a lot of fame? Or is he a regular guy walking around with jeans and t-shirt with some grocery store sneakers on? Huh? Did he buy his shoes at the grocery store? Huh? Look at that boy. He got them BS 11s on. You feel me? He got them Granddaddy 12s on. Huh? What does it look like? You need to figure out what it is, because what it looks like on the next man is not what it looks like on you. You're getting fat. You're getting fat. And one thing about being fat, if you trick yourself mentally to think that you're not, people still can see it. You can't hide fat. Unfortunate story. And then I'm going to end it on this. Lady on the freaking airline. You guys can look this up on the internet. She was so big, they asked her to move to the front of the plane. Very embarrassing. People can see how fat you are, no matter how you tricked yourself to believe how fat you are. Deal with it. Deal with it. Set those goals. Get that wisdom. Find out what it's going to take to get that goal done. Run. Get up and run. Get up from the dinner plate and run. And real quick, I'm going to deal with it. Real quick. A lot of us producers sit in front of that computer too long. Too long. Every hour you're on the computer, take a 20-minute eye break. That's doctor recommended. But the real health issue that I want to deal with, push away from that computer and actually do some exercise. Actually do some jumping jacks and actually run some laps and actually get in that gym. Because the position that we're sitting in is not conducive to good health. Do everything in decency and moderation. Umbrella. I want you to deal today. Deal with yourself, deal with your mentality, deal with your health mentally. Because if you're getting fat, you're not doing anything to change it, something's wrong. Become a better you. Deal with yourself today.